Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Civilization 6 Canada on a Terra map. So, in our first episode, we established our capital, we laid out spots for 3 potential future cities, and we have met 2 city-states. So, we're off to a pretty decent start. We also unlocked Void Slingers, although it's going to be quite a bit before we actually get to pick them. So that is what it is. We also found Hippolyta, the only hero that we know about. She's pretty strong. So we'll keep her as an option for picking. Of course, you want to pick more or less as soon as you can, because otherwise you're going to be left with not the best selections. Okay, research complete, and yes, we do have 2 sources of horses in our empire. Very good. Let's put one there, keep one on the rice for more food. I want to get that production up because that is a scout. And I have no doubt that the scout needs to die. So, we've done that. I want to find out where... what's it called? The astrology is. Because I might be wanting to found a religion this game. I think that's a pretty good bet. So let's go for mining. I want to unlock more stuff. We can worry about this at a later date. So, as much as I want to see what's over here, I kind of think I want to contain this guy and maybe even attack him a little bit. And the reason for that is I want our slinger to come out and kill him, basically. Although, if things get hairy, I don't want to lose my scout, right? So, what we're going to do is we'll have him go into a defensive posture. And if he gets further injured, I don't think he'll be killed, but if he goes further injured, we will retreat. We're just buying time for our slinger to be made. Alright, so here's what we do. Want to learn how to trap a guy? You put him here, and you move our scout there. Now he can't get anywhere good, where he's not going to be subject to attack from our slinger. So we've pretty much got him cornered. Now, we've got that going on. As much as I don't want to settler spam this game, an early settle up here into astrology, what's it called? Holy Site is a very strong play if you want a religion. And that way I can make this city found my religion and keep this city doing other stuff. So we're gonna risk going early settler. Alright, so once we get up to 3 population, we're going to be running into housing problems already. So at that point, we're going to switch to just pure production as much as we can. We're going to need a builder. We're going to need a lot of things. So let's just keep going. See where this guy chooses to go. Oh balls. I forgot. That doesn't... What I just did doesn't actually happen until... Our ability to trap a guy does not exist until... What's it called? One of these later things. But you know what? We can still chase him down. He might be able to get... I don't know how far he'll get, but we can chase him down. Coward, come and fight. Alright. Kill him. Alright, that did not kill him. He might be dying to this guy, potentially, but we'll try to prevent that from happening. Alright. We need to... He also might suicide himself into the scout. They are sometimes known to do that. Oh, look at somebody. Let's find out who it is. The Aztecs. He's a jerk. We know riding, or we have boosted riding. That's good. But we immediately need to do everything we can. He is a void slinger, though, and we do intend to become void slingers ourselves. So, we might be able to be his friend. I don't know. We'll see. And no wonder we were not the first to meet Wolin. He is right next to them. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to successfully chase him down or not. But, we are going to try. Alright, you've got to go here. You're going to fortify. It's fine. Choose Civic. I want to go towards Early Empire if I can. So we'll go through Mysticism. We'll be getting a Pantheon at some point in the near future. So that is going to help us quite a bit. It will also give us an envoy. I think it's really the right choice to do Mysticism into Early Empire. So we're going to choose this as our option. I want to keep him around here for the time being. See what our guy does. Man. He really is a slippery little guy. Okay, we've unlocked mining. Very good. We're going to follow the slippery little guy. Eventually he'll run out of places to slip away to. At least that's the hope. Or we'll at least have the opportunity to kill him with something else. So, yeah, we'll keep going there. And I don't know which of these three it is. So, the easiest to unlock would be whatever this is, because we only have to research writing to find it. So, we really do need pottery, though, but it doesn't matter. I'm eager to find where this religion is. Or this, the holy sites are. So, we're going to go through that. Alright. What we've learned is that we're not catching him. So, the best thing we can do is hopefully find where this guy came from. And he doesn't have any backup. That's the problem. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it with just this guy. Oh! You done goofed, son. You done goofed. Alright, so he's gonna die. All that, and he just walked right into my archer. So, there's archery. We know where that is. So, it's either astronomy or astrology is either under here or under here. And we're going with this just because it's the faster option to do right now. So, yeah, that was some good luck by us. We also need to really, by the way, whatever resource we first get, which will probably be this coffee, which is under irrigation, which is the other one of these, by the way, we are immediately just going to give it to him, because that will enable us to befriend him, or at least make it a lot more likely that we will be friends and he will not try to kill us. And also I'm learning that we might have a lot more room than I thought. I think that is very good and very strong. Okay, so here we go. Do we want to take that off? I have learned about, like, the value of a tile at this stage of the game is measured in food plus production. So this is the most productive tile. But then again, you keep take into account that growth is slowed because of housing, so it's probably not anymore. So let's go ahead and do that. Our city will not grow, but our production will be faster. Alright, let's take a look at what's down here. Scouting with a slinger is always a little bit fraught, but I think we're still within range to be able to pull back if we need to. Alright, this area is very Canadian friendly. But I need to find out whether this connects to anything or is just a peninsula. I was going to have this guy do that, but since he's up here, let's take a look around, and we're going to find out where some of the stuff is. I don't want to forward settle him too much, but I also don't want to leave this area undefended. Alright, so we've uncovered writing, which is very good, which means we now know where astrology is. We're going to go for that because I really want to get a jump on religion. And if we really are beelining it, that's going to help us immensely. Okay, I think that closes off there. And also, this is something we're going to have to wait for archers to kill probably, just because it's a choke point and there's probably going to be boats. So, we'll wait for that. Anyway, we're back here. We have our city. We have our. We're gonna make another slinger, I think, for protection. But one thing we do need, we need a few things here. We're not going to have. What's it called? We will actually have the need for a worker for these furs, but this coffee will not be anywhere soon. So we need the slinger, we need a builder, and if we are serious about culture, we have to do monuments early. Now, the one thing is, if we adopt voice slinger while building a monument, it'll kill any production we have so far. But if we adopt voice slingers after the monument, that means it will convert to an old god obelisk. So we will have to keep that in mind as we go forward. Alright, so we have met Cahokia. Their goal is they want to train an inspiration for state workforce, which we don't know what that is yet. Also, early empire population to at least 6 population. We might be able to do that from 3 and 3. So we're going to send this guy up to hopefully found a new city. I don't think this will ever have a problem with loyalty, especially at least not from the Aztecs. So I think we'll be all right there. All right, you might as well shoot at him. Very good. The more barbs that are dead, the better. Okay, you need to go up here. Very good. And what we're going to do now is we have 2 choices. We can either swing around here or we can swing down here and up. And I think I'd rather swing back down because I want to expose what's over here, and then we will take a route that goes up through here. That is our plan. Of course, things change rapidly on the ground. Oh, he actually said something kind of friendly to us. Interesting. We can try to be his friend. Oh, and there's bozos appearing in the frozen tundra. So, yeah, we need to be a little bit more prepared for that kind of thing. Alright, so you cross the river here. I don't want to cross into his territory because I want to do everything I can to be friends, and he's not going to be friends yet. But we can at least work on that. Great Bath is gone. Turn 27. That is very, very early, even for the Great Bath. But I didn't expect to get that anyway. I don't expect to get any early game wonders in this playthrough, but seeing that we are going to be going culture and or diplomacy, we will be going for some wonders mid-game and especially late game, I think. So, let's see. Yeah, no, I'm fine with this for now, because remember, the actual utility of this tile... Oh, you know what? I say that, but that only applies when it's at 3 population. So we can keep this here when it's still at 2, because we do want to grow it. So the first things I want to do are these furs and then probably horses. So he'll go up here and then back down. And yes, the worker will take slightly longer, but it will be worth it. All right. Yep, I see him. Hopefully he'll run into a great kerfuffle over here as both of our slingers come and they sling him. There's a guy. I hope he harasses somebody else. That would be all right by me. All right, what I'm gathering is that the continent kind of truncates down to a point. And what needs to happen here is I need to be on both coasts, because I don't know where my New World colonies are going to be, and I need to be able to settle them with the most speed and such. So what we're going to do is we're going to sketch out what I would call a best case scenario settlement plan for this area, which honestly is really only 2 cities, because everything else is within tiles of stuff. But you know what? We can have a mean preserve right here. We can actually double preserve potentially, but I think this one is the clear choice if we are just to have one. But we are going to found our city now. It's by a mountain, that's fine. The city of Toronto, or Toronto, or however it's pronounced by locals. I don't know. I don't proclaim to know such things. So we're going to want to build the astrology spot. But I want protection, so we're going to build a slinger now. And then we'll switch over to this as soon as we can. Understandable, right? So what we're going to do is, I don't trust the Aztecs. We're going to make a spotter. And the spotter's job is to detect whether the Aztecs are coming to attack us, basically. So, you know, we'll just keep our eye on them. Even though they can't declare a surprise war on us, they need a formal denouncement. You know, such things can develop. They can still move their troops to get in position. But anyway, with the founding of our second city, I think that concludes our episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.